Welcome to Yosemite Valley. You think the guy who wrote that down actually cared if you felt welcome when he showed up here? Yeah, well, it was probably old man William after all. Good old granddad. So I guess I should probably feel welcome. You know, he had a much bigger heart than me. I haven't been here since I was just a little lad. Other than that one night.
Oh, gee, what?
I guess I'll have to walk from now on.
I can finally just take a true breath of air and breathe in that cold, fresh mountain air, full of possibilities and hope. You know, I could really start over here, start a new life. A new life? I'm not really sure if I deserve it, but I'm told that I should forgive myself, release all the pain inside. I can look for answers. Might not be the ones I'm hoping for, but they might be the ones that help me all the same. Grandpa used to carry me around pert near. I'd always get tired and complain about having to walk up the hills and walk down the hills, and how the old timers always say, you know, they walked to school uphill both ways in the snow and the rain. They never had good stories, but I really felt that way when I was younger. You know, but Grandpa, he was a strong man. He'd throw me right on his back and carry me right over the mountain if I asked him to. But changed my life for better, living off the land like the old man did. I want to get back to that. I'm looking for a more truer, simpler way of living. It's crazy what they did back then, with their bare hands, living off the land, making stuff that would last a lifetime.
Oh boy, we have another survival game. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to Yosemite Forest Ranger, a game out now on Steam, made by a good friend of mine named Thirsty Thurston. I've never even thought or considered what it would be like to make a game before, and hell, there's probably about 1.5 billion survival games, or just games in general, on Steam. And one thing that I think is the hardest thing in the world to do is to even know where to possibly even get started, both in your premise of game and also what type of game you're going to make. What's the story going to be? Is it going to be a top-down survival game, or like a farming game like Stardew Valley, or are you going to make something like Subsistence? Well, this game is certainly a combination of a few of those things, with a unique little story, and Thurston's first attempt at kind of bringing together all these elements and skills of story and world creation and map making, and combines them into Yosemite Forest Ranger. I'll put a link for the game down below, and honestly, with all due respect, I'm going to not expect to be blown away here, because this is Thurston's first attempt, although I must say that this is absolutely gorgeous with the lighting and stuff like that. And the story is that it's 1982. We got into some sort of a car accident and have discovered our grandfather's old cabin where we grew up when we were younger, and now, of course, as it says below, we're supposed to take a look at the letter that's pinned to the cabin here. But before we go into the story, I just wanted to look around a little bit just to see how cool it was to see the world transition from kind of a sunny day into snow. It's now like 20 degrees below Celsius, and I don't know these non-freedom units, brother, but I gotta say the map looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's made in elements of the Unreal Engine. With Unreal Engine 5 coming around too, it's gonna be awesome to see everybody who's wanted to make a game to actually make a game. And for myself, I've always wanted to make a game as well. Have no idea what kind of a game I would make. Probably be some sort of a top-down, like a tycoon-type game where you're making a maybe like a restaurant or a business, a tycoon-type game. But these survival games, they're very complicated. As you can see in the lower right corner, we've got things like health and energy, hunger, water, and something that I think is nausea. I always forget what the hell that last one is, but it's kind of weird. But yeah, it's a clunky UI that I think will improve over time. It reminds me a lot of Scum or whatnot, and I think Thurston is doing this as kind of a passion project, and he's not really looking to be a game developer. He's just trying to make a game because he's bored, as we all do most things because we're bored anyway. Like, I don't know, play video games. All right, let's take a look at what the letter says. Dear Theo, thank you for coming out here and taking over my place in the valley. I hope you had a good journey. I know you've been here often. As a kid, we used to send each other all these cassette tapes. I used to carry them around with me while working all over the valley, listen to them in the times when I missed you the most. I think I misplaced some of them. Maybe they're still around somewhere. Anyways, kid, keep in mind that during the colder weather, you need some extra food and water. And I'm pretty sure that mushroom soup, there we go, should be in the bookcase somewhere. Will be great. Be great. I love you, kid. Grandpa William. All right, interesting. So Grandpa's not dead. He's just around here somewhere. Pick up the brown mushroom from the... Oh, God, it's got bears. All right, 0 out of 10. Can't recommend it anymore. Oh, it's Thurston's dog. Oh, Thurston has a little... little dog that he put the picture up there for. I was expecting to see a moose or a bear, but yes, of course, his friendly little critter is on display proudly. I think there's like a Kickstarter as well where he added other people's pets to the game. Wow, I gotta say, this looks really nice inside. Yeah, very good. Oh, we have a lantern here. Cool. Character level increase. We have clean water and a sink. Can we just drink out of that? Oh, nice. 2 drinks and we're good to go. Okay, well, let's do what we're told. Pick the brown mushroom from the plant bed. Let's see here. I don't see a bed in the house, so that's clearly horribly written. That's absolutely horrible. Horribly written. Oh, he means this. Yeah, obviously. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So I would imagine then that if there's plant beds here, perhaps we can make bases all across the map. This kind of also gives me vibes of like the Firewatch game, which is kind of more of a story, open world, well, not open world, but, well, kind of open world story game, where eventually you explore and discover elements of a story. And that was actually a really cool game to play, and so that was actually a good premise for this one, of making like an open world.
Even though I wasn't much bigger than a grasshopper, this place is huge. Still seems like this place is bigger now.
Oh,
I was probably a bit taller.
Okay, I pressed M to try to open the map, and this guy went into a lifelong story about something. I have no idea what he said. Oh, the cabin looks good. We got a clock here. All right, so pick some sticks. They look like tree saplings. Their color's red during the autumn. They're good to fuel for cooking. Okay. Oh, we can also drink out of the well. All right, that's good. Okay, well, we got a lot of firewood here. We got to go find some sticks then. And I'm assuming then that, yeah, we're going to have to prepare a bunch of supplies to go out and look for these cassette tapes in different locations. Although we don't really have a map, so I have no idea where to start looking. I also have questions as to, like, okay, if we're in Yosemite Forest, that's a protected, like, U.S. national park. So I don't think anybody's really allowed to build here. But we could possibly become a forest ranger of this area and like have to maintain the lands or something. I'm not sure entirely what the story will be, but can't really criticize much because it's well beyond my ability of anything I can do. All right, so we're looking for red sticks, right? This is what we're looking for? Those are flowers, okay. Okay, these are sticks, but not what we're looking for. They look like tree saplings. Their leaves are colored red during autumn. Oh boy, I think I've gone too far from the cabin, although that land down there was pretty small. Maybe we can find the car wreck. We plowed into like one of the telephone poles here, or light posts on our way in. Look, it looked like we were driving a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Oh, there's a deer. Hello, deer. Hi. So do you have license or registration? Oh, okay, I found dinner. Can I lead you back to the cabin? Sir, you have some valuable food on you. Do we have a holster? Looks like we have a multi-tool or something on us. Pouches for maybe ammunition. Looks like a holster. Oh, maybe that's for a canteen there. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for right here. It's got to be the sticks, right? We have 1 out of 2. Lots and lots of mushrooms. Lots and lots of mushrooms indeed. Okay, so this is a road here. I guess more of a footpath. I do like the lighting. It looks really nice. 1982 as well, so I love the whole 80s vibe in any sort of these games where they make you go and collect cassettes and establish their story around something like that. Alright, well, the more we get lost, the more mushrooms we can keep. I don't know if they actually rot or whatnot, if they actually go bad in storage, so the fact that we found a bunch of them is good to make more mushroom soup. It's probably got low stats, but is super plentiful and easy to find. Better not be damn bears in this game either. See how it is when we run. Not bad. More sticks here. And that's just set dressing. Alright, so it's autumn, day 26. This is a new game, though, so we must have started after a few days living here, although I don't know if we traveled through the forest for 26 days to get here. Oh, here we go. Visitor Center, Fire Tower. Now we're playing some Firewatch. I gotta say, though, the world looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that the snow is in patches and that it just doesn't kind of like phase in, phase out. I think that's really well done. I think the ground looks gorgeous as well, and when you're going to be looking down for sticks and stones and everything else, looks actually quite good. All right, well, let's keep looking around. Even if I've passed 1 million sticks, I think the really premise here today is to kind of take a look around the world and see how things are nicely designed, and I guess give some good quality feedback so Thurston can make a better game. I really often wonder, you know, for example, if somebody was to actually sit down to make a serious game where, you know, they're not just doing it as a project. This is a serious game, of course, because it is available on Steam. He is asking for you to purchase this if you're interested. But I'm wondering, you know, like if you're sitting down with a group of people and you're getting started as an indie developer where it's not just the solo person or a couple of people, and man, that must get more complicated. Like if you've ever seen the beginning story of how they made Astroneer, that's crazy. The ideas that they had at the start and all the people that had to come together to make the company. And of course, then that implies that you're having to hire people and go through a process of interviews and tax forms. And then it suddenly, then you're running a business. And then it's like, man, that's no longer fun. Well, it is, but at least those passion projects are really where gaming shines. Again, going back to games like Papers, Please, Stardew Valley, Minecraft even, all being, you know, billion-dollar games that started out as just a couple of people who were just passionate about something. Pick up the canteen with clean water from the kitchen counter. Well, I'm pretty sure we did that. There it is right there. I guess we can take a sip from that. Maybe that'll register that we picked it up. Oh, we also have, like, weather to worry about. So we can put on different clothing like feet, legs, hands, body, head, necklace, rings. Okay, I'm guessing we can become a mage. Alright, so it's like V Rising now. Primary weapon and ammo. Amen, brother! Alright, so we probably hunt. Maybe a bow and arrow or a rifle. Shoot some deer. Maybe bears. Better not be a damn bear. Alright, the weather and the world look gorgeous, man. That's really well done. On-screen indications of frost and rain, lightning too. Damn. I think it's a lot easier to make a world than it is to make people. People, you got to worry about animations and voice acting and overall character design and motivations, but a world you can just make a pretty forest pretty easily. Alright, let's go back to the kitchen countertop then and see if it'll register that we picked this up. So I know that there's a actual fire tower that we can go to, and that the radio fire tower has the like a generator that we have to start up. I'm completely lost now without a map, so I have no idea where I'm going. So we might not make it back to the cabin, but oh, there's a gap there. You'd think that would be literally unplayable, but that's actually accurate as hell.
What's that off in the distance? Is that a fire tower?
Oh, it is. Let's go, brother, yeah. Alright, let's find out what's at the fire tower. Oh, I guess that purple thing is fatigue. So I guess we have to sleep. Well, maybe there's a mattress at the fire tower. Maybe there's a gun here. Oh, we get XP for foraging too, yeah. So there's all of our skills: cooking, hunting, farming, construction, herbalism, fire making. Oh wow, our heart is beating 1,000,000 miles an hour. We must have found true love. Alright, so it's almost 5 p.m. Oh, there's a sink there. What was that? Oh, a cooking station. Hello? Okay, so we can sleep. There's the canteen. We have 2 canteens now. That's good. So it didn't register that I picked up the one from the kitchen, but we do have that as well. Did you know dandelions can actually be eaten? They did that in the Great Depression in the United States. I had no idea. Peppermint and chamomile. We make some teas. Oh, there's a damn map.
Well, look right there. A map. Perfect. That's just what I needed.
Ah, there we go. Now we know what we're looking for. Okay, so Grandpa's cabin is probably here because there was that stream and the lake. We probably made our
Northeast
way...
fire tower. Those steps used to be quite slippery from the moss. I should go check what state it's in.
Okay, so that's where we are now. So we made our way from here across the bridge to here. So there's 2 more cabins here.
That's another one of the cabins in the valley. Now, if I head up southeast of the valley, I think it's got to be right in the corner. There's an old camping ground. You know, all them out-of-staters and tourists used to go take a look at.
Yeah, that's where all the teens got murdered. I'm sure.
Grandpa took me on down to this old abandoned village.
Abandoned village, okay. So we got like a big house. There's some shelters in the north and mostly in the east. There's a giant radio
If I
tower.
remember right, there's a radio tower to the northeast. I guess I'll just look for the blinking lights.
Okay, I don't know why the hell we'd go there, but... Okay, so there's a winding path up to the big
Right
building.
there on the map. That's the visitor center.
Oh, visitor center, okay. All right. How do I close the menu? Uh-oh. Oh, back. Well, I love the 80s alarm clock and all the books and stuff. That's awesome. And, of course, a frickin' bear. So, again, not recommended 0 out of 10 on Steam. Oh, and there's a massive map here, too. That's helpful. I do like that you can look at this and it's actually a representation of what it is on the actual map, too. It's the same thing. So, okay. So I guess we should probably try to make our way towards... Oh, the radio tower is not indicated on the map, though. Here. There is a cabin there. Yeah, that cabin, but not the radio tower. Okay. Alright, well, let's get some sleep then. It is 5 p.m. Let's go ahead and sleep for maybe 13 hours if we can. Make it daytime. Oh. Oh, wow, okay. So we, like, teleported through time. That's nice. And our fatigue went all the way up. Alright, well, let's make our way to the fire tower. Or the radio tower. So if there's construction marked in this game, we must be able to build, as we saw before, the planters. There might be some basic stuff we can do. Obviously, there's weapons. It's not bad. It's nice that there's an open world to explore where we can go hunting and do a few things like that, although... Glad that it's not like a post-apocalyptic zombie survival. We've seen those about 1.5 billion times. Alright, so we do know that it's to the northeast. So north would be this way, actually. We gotta go this way from the tower. Take a look at that map again. Actually, if we go mostly north, we should be able to find it, or at least see it. But there seems to be a road we have to go to south? Actually, if we follow this path to a cabin, we should be able to find it. I don't know, I want to go to the radio tower. It just seems cool. Uh-oh. Did I break the sounds? Okay, there we go. A little adjustment of the save, and we're good to go. I just went back to the main menu to reload. Gotta say, though, I'd love a hunting adventure like this as well, where we have to track animals and do things like how you would in Hunter Call of the Wild. But one of the things that I think I've never seen from a survival game that I'd love to see is kind of a more in-depth hunting process, where instead of just kind of wandering around till you find an animal, then just kind of staying away from it as you close in, you know, maybe you stay crouched and try to get close and then take your shot. I've never really seen anybody even attempt to try to track and do things like, you know, look at scat or, you know, follow like the wind or something like that to be careful about your approach so they don't hear you or smell you in that case. Can we actually cross water here? Is there any sort of swimming? Our character is now cold. Wow, it's 3 degrees Celsius out, so definitely not warm. Is that a floating log? Okay. Alright, so we're making our way to the northwest now. So on that map, yeah, the right side of the map is actually north. So that was a good find. Oh, and the kitchen canteen thing is gone now, I've noticed as well. So yeah, lots of good feedback for Thurston. This really makes me want to attempt to make my own first game, too. And I think survival games are plentiful, and that they're all of different types of levels of completeness and complexity. Games like Subsistence are great, but other games like, for example, State of Decay are great as well. And so it's like there's all sorts of different levels. Hell, even Minecraft is a survival game. Arguably, I'd say The Sims is a survival game because you have to manage like food and water, and you have to build a shelter. And it's like, yeah, kind of, I guess. You could forage for food, live off the land, build solar panels, right? I mean, you could kind of like say that it's definitely a broad type of game. In fact, anything with a health bar could be considered to be survival too, especially in certain scenes where you're like running for your life or whatnot, managing stamina and health for a while before other things unlock. All games are a little different. Well, we're heading uphill. That's good, and that looks to be a mountaintop, so that's promising. That's going to be our goal today, is to find our way to the top of that damn mountain.
All this hiking has sure worked up an appetite. I wonder if there's any mushrooms nearby.
Oh, he's hungry. Oh, there's an animation for him being hungry. He's holding his stomach. It's actually cool. Can we eat these directly? Not really. Well, these ones we can eat. Food, hydration, and fatigue. It's plus. Does that mean it helped fatigue? Oh, does it increase fatigue? The hell? Okay, well, I don't. I would assume red is bad. And green is good on some of these stats. I've noticed, like, is it down to like 1 FPS now? It's looking real good on my end. Oh boy. Well, let's make our way to the top of the mountain. Alright, I've restarted again to try to sync things up. But honestly, I gotta say, the worst part about this right now is just playing this via OBS. There's like not very many other capture software that streamers and YouTubers use, although I would say that it doesn't really do what you're seeing on screen justice. I'm getting literally no frame drops, so if there's anything, I just want to be fair in saying that, yeah, it looks good. There's the damn tower. Fantastic. All right, let's Skyrim our ass up the mountain. This is great, dude. I gotta say, one of the things that Thurston really excels at is we played Parkitect one time and came up with the idea that, all right, hey, let's make a park in the Wild West. And he designed a map that blew me away. The detail of him just playing like a top-down, park building game where he was going to make a desert and a canyon, and we were building like bridges and stuff across the beautiful river canyon that he made, which really looked to be something of the American West. He excels at very well. So I think map design here is very good.
Is that the old radio tower? The blinking lights?
Don't you do this to me, Thurston. Don't you put a damn invisible wall here. Okay, there we go. Don't you restrict my gameplay. All right, cool. Is that chamomile? Holy crap, I think I learned. Yes, it is. Wow, the game taught me something. Yeah, not to mention having to like take pictures of all these plants and put all that stuff in. You know what would be great in this game? I hope, if it's not already in here, would be a camera. Just like in Firewatch, when you're able to take a picture of all the beautiful environments around you. This, too, could excel with that. Being able to take pictures of animals and whatnot. God damn. Okay. What's this? He's doing, like, life at the outpost right now. All right. Sir, okay. I need a horse. Okay, I need a drink. Okay. God! Let me get... Oh, son of a... Okay. Oh, is that where Simba was born?
Just a sip of tea will get me right as rain.
Oh, yeah, sure. Do that hairline fracture that you just suffered. That'll buff it out. What is this? Come on, I want to have a conclusion to this... Okay. Gotta be kidding me, dude. This is hilarious. Come on, man. How the... I was right there. Alright, well, I guess we gotta take the road. Alright, Thurston's not throwing any punches. No holds barred here. Really. Alright, we gotta take that road. Wait, is that a road there? I can't even tell where we are. Oh my god.
Oh man, that one hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine. Damn cliffs.
Ow!
Hold on, I want to see what
That
happens.
cleaned up.
I want to see what happens. There's no pathways? Son of a... The radio tower was right there. Wow, that looks cool. Well, as a bit of intrigue, I know that when we get to the top of the radio tower, there's a small generator there and a bed and a cassette tape where we can then go to our first point of interest in Yosemite Forest Ranger. From there, we can move on to other locations and discover the mysteries and build more things. And I think it's a unique experience. Love the fireflies, love the lighting, a very good world design, I must say. And I'm excited to see more. And I don't feel like I could do this game justice because, you know, OBS and some other early game development things will kind of prevent that. But I think it's a very good world, and I want to see more from Thurston and Yosemite Forest Ranger. If you guys are interested in trying this one out, it's on Steam. Links are down below in the description, and you can see more of this story and coming on out to the backwoods, brother, building and eventually exploring and doing a lot more for survival. A very cool open world survivor game for sure. All right, guys, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night, folks. I'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll cover this again soon.